So I really look at I love a challenge though, and I'm just so proud of every bit of it. We went through a whole roller coaster of the human experience, and I'm very proud.
I mean, honestly, the way that I get into a character is through their style. So it was more about who Lily is that was so fascinating to me, is that she's a walking, talking contradiction, yet it's perfectly harmonious for her.
And there's another young guy named Justice Smith in the movie who's a phenomenal actor, and these two find each other. About a month ago, this really hit home with me too. About a month ago, I was sitting in traffic, and I was just like jamming These Dreams by heart. Oh. I was killing it in the car. And there was just this busload of high school kids that were parked right beside me. I didn't even realize. I looked over and every one of their jaws were just on the ground laughing their friggin' guts out at me.
Marvel has done the unthinkable. The studio has filed a lawsuit against Blake Lively for allegedly leaking Deadpool secrets and fired Ryan Reynolds from his iconic role as Deadpool. Why? Insiders claim Ryan covered up Blake's alleged lies and used Marvel's confidential material to shield her from a growing legal feud. This shocking development has left fans stunned and Hollywood reeling. How did it all come to this? Let's unravel the chaos that brought down one of Marvel's most beloved stars. Marvel Studios rarely takes legal action against high-profile names, but this time they've made an exception. Reports reveal that Marvel CEO Kevin Feige personally authorized a lawsuit against Blake Lively, accusing her of leaking confidential Deadpool material. Allegedly, Blake used insider knowledge from Ryan Reynolds to distract from her escalating feud with It Ends With Us director Justin Baldoni. The lawsuit claims that Blake accessed privileged details about upcoming Deadpool projects and strategically leaked them to the media. These leaks allegedly included plot twists, cameo appearances, and even script excerpts, information that Marvel guards fiercely. The studio believes these leaks were part of a calculated effort to shift public attention away from Blake's professional disputes. But what could have driven Blake to take such a drastic step? The answer lies in her contentious relationship with Baldoni, which was spiraling out of control.
But I was like just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, is today a comedy or is it a thriller?
It's a good mix
and
of
it's
both.
like, yeah, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and like, kind of like my outfit, I guess.
Yeah.
My relationship with my father, which was very complicated and difficult. My dad was a very I come from a middle class, kind of blue collar home, and my dad was just of that generation where it's just like, he was Clint Eastwood, and less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
Okay, gotcha.
I think people tell themselves stories, and this sort of comes back to your worldview that you just mentioned about.
Ryan Reynolds' dismissal from Deadpool shocked fans worldwide. For over a decade, he was the face of the wisecracking anti-hero, seamlessly blending his comedic timing with the character's irreverent charm. But Marvel's decision wasn't just about creative differences, it was about trust. Insiders claim Ryan played a role in covering up Blake's alleged actions, including her use of confidential Marvel material. Text messages reportedly show Ryan attempting to manage the fallout from Blake's feud with Baldoni while staying loyal to his wife. However, Marvel saw his involvement as a breach of trust too significant to overlook for a studio that relies on airtight secrecy to protect its billion-dollar franchises. Even the perception of compromised integrity was enough to sever ties with their leading man. The roots of this scandal trace back to Blake Lively's on-set feud with Justin Baldoni during the filming of It Ends With Us. Initially, the project seemed like a perfect fit. Blake's star power paired with Baldoni's reputation for heartfelt storytelling. But tensions quickly escalated when Blake reportedly clashed with Baldoni over creative control. Leaked text messages reveal that Blake accused Baldoni of planting negative stories about her in the press, claims he vehemently denied. Instead, Baldoni released his own evidence showing that Blake had threatened to use her Hollywood connections, including Ryan Reynolds' influence, to sway public opinion in her favor. This feud set the stage for a chain reaction that would ultimately pull Marvel into the fray.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. Like, this is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh really? Because I just have 1 on my list. I don't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a bird? He's like, wait, who? And I was like,
Tell me, and he's
think of
guessing.
someone, think of someone. Bob Newhart, I don't know.
Well, that is also accurate and weirdly high praise as well. It was just one of those. It felt like a live-action Pixar movie. It was something that, I wanted to do something where nobody was being stabbed in the face.
Yes.
There was almost no blood at all. I think I got a little paper cut on the movie. That was about it. And something that my kids can watch, but also as a parent, too, you want the parents need to get punched right in the heart as well.
As tensions between Blake and Baldoni reach new heights, fans noticed something peculiar in Deadpool and Wolverine. A character named Nicepool appeared, a parody of Baldoni's earnest persona. Complete with exaggerated inspirational quotes and overly dramatic monologues, Baldoni's legal team argued that this character was a direct jab at him, orchestrated by Ryan Reynolds as part of his wife's vendetta. While some fans dismissed it as harmless humor, others saw it as evidence that Ryan had crossed a line by using his platform to escalate personal disputes. For Marvel executives already wary of the drama surrounding their star, this controversy only added fuel to the fire. The situation took another turn when leaked text messages between Blake Lively and her associates surfaced online. These messages painted a troubling picture of behind-the-scenes manipulation. In one exchange, Blake referred to her powerful allies as dragons and suggested using them to influence media narratives and production decisions. One particularly damning message read, "If Justin won't bend, we'll bury him with Deadpool cameo leaks." This revelation raised serious questions about whether Blake had exploited her access to Marvel secrets for personal gain, and whether Ryan had enenabled her actions.
The idea that people think that they know you, I think because of how intrusive media is these days, people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
I would say that they're more surprises because they have beginnings, middles, and ends. They're not it's not just like hey, there's the person and we move on. It's they're there for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said it just earlier, but I wanted to go back on that. You think that this might be the greatest film that you've...
Look, most of the time when the movie is this much fun to make, you out bad.
Marvel Studios is known for its meticulous reputation management, and this scandal put their brand at risk like never before. With billions of dollars invested in the MCU, and Deadpool poised to join the Avengers storyline, Marvel couldn't afford any negative associations. By suing Blake and firing Ryan, Marvel sent a clear message: no one is above safeguarding their intellectual property, not even their biggest stars. The studio hopes this decisive action will deter future breaches while protecting their cinematic empire. The announcement of Ryan Reynolds' dismissal sparked an immediate backlash from fans. Social media erupted with hashtags like "Bring Back Ryan" and "Save Deadpool," as viewers expressed their anger at losing the actor who defined the character. Many argued that personal controversies shouldn't affect professional roles, while others supported Marvel's decision to prioritize integrity over sentimentality. This divide among fans mirrored the fallout from other high-profile Hollywood scandals, proving once again how polarizing these situations can be. As details of the scandal unfolded, comparisons between Blake Lively and Amber Heard became unavoidable. Both actresses were initially seen as victims, but later faced allegations of manipulation and dishonesty. Just as Amber Heard's legal battles overshadowed her career, Blake now finds herself under intense scrutiny, with some questioning whether her actions were calculated or misunderstood. Throughout the controversy, Ryan Reynolds maintained a carefully neutral stance. In a brief statement, he expressed respect for Marvel and gratitude for his time as Deadpool, but avoided addressing the allegations against Blake directly. This silence left fans speculating. Was Ryan trying to protect his career while staying loyal to his wife? Or was he distancing himself from actions he couldn't condone? Whatever his intentions, Ryan's measured response highlights how precarious his position has become.
I mean, I internalized that as opportunity. We had such a responsibility to this audience to deliver something and to have the opportunity to deliver something for a passionate group of people.
Yes.
As someone who is so deeply passionate myself, I was so excited about that. I would so much rather have that than people who are indifferent.
Blasé.
And I'm really excited. But as I've gotten a little bit older, I'm lucky that I get to work in this industry, and particularly incredibly fortunate that I get to work in it this long. But I really want to work with people that are either immensely talented or people that I love and that I'm genuinely best friends with. And unfortunately, Hugh does not qualify as either of those. But I am excited because I'm a Logan fan. So.
And then, that covers Will Ferrell as well. That's a guy that my entire life, I feel.
Ryan Reynolds' departure marks a turning point not just for Deadpool, but for Hollywood itself. His portrayal of the wisecracking antihero redefined superhero movies and set a new standard for irreverent humor in cinema. Now, fans are left wondering whether anyone can fill his shoes, or if Deadpool will ever be the same without him. The firing of Ryan Reynolds and lawsuit against Blake Lively reveal just how high the stakes are in Hollywood today. In an industry where secrets are currency and reputations can crumble overnight, even A-list stars aren't immune to fallout from personal controversies. As Marvel moves forward without its beloved anti-hero and fans grapple with this unexpected loss, one thing is clear. This story is far from over, and its impact will be felt for years to come.